Hello, my name is Dell and welcome to Comic Snags. I got a whole bunch of books to show you, but before we get onto that, let me go ahead and ask if you are a new viewer, please don't hesitate to subscribe. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for watching and hit that like, smash it, or leave a comment. Okay, let's start off with some dollar books. I bought this Spider-Man Reign #1 for $1 at this one booth, and I bought this because this is a controversial issue. This actually has like I believe a panel in which it shows Peter Parker exposing his web shooter. So, I had to buy it because it was controversial. Then I also found these comic books for $1 at a different booth. This is Batman Death Mask. I'm not really quite sure what this is about, but then this does look like a sort of a manga Batman. It's actually stapled on the wrong end. So you start on this side and you go like a Japanese manga book that follows the story from here. So it's almost like the reverse for us. And then I found Captain America #30. This is from the Ed Brubaker run, and this has got Fabulous Winter Soldier cover on there. There's this Ninja Scroll. This is the trade paperback. I actually found #1 previously, but I'm glad I found the trade paperback so I can actually read the story of Ninja Scroll. It's got great art too. Like it. And then I found this one for $1. This is Marvel's Greatest Collection #1. I'm not really quite sure what it is. This is not for resale, so it came with something. It's got a Mark Bagley cover of Spider-Man on there. But inside, I think these are just a bunch of trade paperbacks of like great stories of Iron Man and from other comic books. Yeah, Runaway Volume 1. Yeah, Ed Brubaker Omnibus. Yeah, this basically shows like some of the best stories from Marvel, I guess. I'm not sure, but I'm glad I bought it for $1. Then I found Justice League: The New Frontier #1, and I actually watched the animated adaptation of it, and I thought it was pretty good, so I had to pick up this this issue. I also found Justice League Unlimited #40 with this great animated cover of the Justice League. Zatanna's right there, so I picked it up for $1. Why not? Annihilation. Annihilation. Oh my god, I can't pronounce this. Annihilation. All right, I give up. Annihilation Conquest. I think I just said it. #1. I picked this up because it's got a great cover. And then we have this one. I'm really happy I found this one. This is awesome. This is Batman Lobo #1 by Sam Keith. Deadly Serious. I thought this was very cool. I can't wait to actually read this because I do love it when Sam Keith does Batman. And I found the second part as well. I don't know how many parts there are to it. Hopefully it's just 2. But man, this is just great covers and great artwork inside. And I'm glad I bought that for $1. All right, so we have The Darkness #1. I believe this is volume 3. I believe, yeah. This isn't a Mark. This isn't a Mark Silvestri cover. This may be a Dale Keown cover. I'm not quite sure. Let me see. Does it actually say? Yeah, cover B, Dale Keown. Perfect. And then I found this. This is R.A. Salvatore's The Halfling's Gem #2, and that's funny because I did find #1 the Swamp Meat previously, so I'm glad I found this. And I found this Elektra trade paperback. It's from the Ruka run. It's Introspect, and I think this reprints the later ones in the run, like the mids, like 17 through 21, something like that. I am gonna go ahead and read this eventually, so I'm glad I picked it up for $1. I found Mystic Arcana Black Knight #1. It's just pretty cool. It's got a nice cover to it. Booster Gold #5 I found for $1, and this is awesome. This is actually a minor key. This is the first cameo appearance of Black Beetle, as well as the first meeting between Jaime Reyes, the current Blue Beetle, and Booster Gold. So I'm glad I picked it up. Also, a nice little homage to The Killing Joke. And then the last dollar book I found from that vendor is Daredevil, The Man Without Fear, #114. There's nothing really special about it, except it's got a signature on there, man. It's got an Ed Brubaker signature. I'm really stoked that I found this one, man. All right. And so now these comic books I got from a different vendor. Yeah, I was looking through his boxes, and he's a vendor that's on me. Every time I'm looking at something, he says, "Oh yeah, price is always negotiable. I'll give you $5 for that, right?" And then I was like, "Really?" So I picked it up, and actually there was like I think like five, maybe six, Sergeant Fury and the Howling Commando comic books, and they all had $10 on it. And he said, "I'll give you the whole lot for like $20." And I was like, "Yeah, I'll take it." So I picked up number 66, 67, all terrific covers, man. 80, perfect. And then 84, 85. Oh yeah, so I guess it was 5, and he gave it for $20. So that's very cool. And then I picked up this one here. This is Captain Marvel number 5. This is actually pretty cool. I love the cover, and this has an $8 sticker, but I think he sold it to me for $5. And then this one I actually got in a local LCS. I think I went there for a free comic book day, and I picked this one up. I'm just now showing it. This is the Uncanny X-Men number 117. This is a minor key. This is the first appearance of the Shadow King, as well as the origin of Professor X. I'm really glad I found that. I think I paid $25 for it, and I bought this one as well on free comic book day. This one was in the $5 box, and this is the Alex Ross cover of Doctor Doom. I forgot which Fantastic Four book this is. I don't even know if it's a Fantastic Four book. Let's check. So this is Fantastic Four number... Oh, it's Guardians of the Galaxy number 1. Interesting that there's Doctor Doom on it. I always thought that was going to be Fantastic Four, if you're going to put a villain on there. So I'm actually glad I found that one. And for $5 again, I found this sort of modern book. This is The Mandalorian number 3. And this is the first appearance of Bo-Katan and some other Mandalorians. I think it's Kosuke Reeves and Axe Wolves, I believe. Yeah. All right. Let's get on with this next stack of books. Okay, let's start off with this treasury book here. Alright, so I found Star Wars number 1. This is the Marvel Special Edition. And this is basically a treasury reprint of Star Wars number 1. Number 1 and 2, I believe. This is great because I actually now have all 3 of them. I have 1, 2, and 3. Although 3 is very jacked up. The cover is all messed up, and this is actually one of the best shapes I've seen this particular treasury book in. In fact, I believe inside this was actually inked by Dave Stevens, or some of the pages were. Usually Dave Stevens does really good at likenesses, so he probably inked the ones where it really looks like Mark Hamill or Han Solo. I don't know exactly which one it is. Maybe someone in watching these videos could comment down there and share. This actually looks like it's Dave Stevens' work right here, because it looks so much like the actors. All right, and then from that same vendor, I got some of this stack here. So this is G.I. Joe number 3. It's in actually really beat up condition. But you know what? I picked it up. He sold it to me for like $3. And G.I. Joe number 8. Actually, this is better condition than the 3. And I picked this up for $3. That helps fill out my G.I. Joe run. He also sold me Convergence number 1 for $3. And I enjoy these sketch covers. So I always pick them up, especially when they're cheap. And this one here, this is the Secret Service number 1. And I bought this one for $10. This is signed by Mark Millar and Dave Gibbons. So I was happy to find these and pay $10 for it. Another one I got from him is Deadpool Corp number 1. And this is actually signed by Rob Liefeld. Of course, I'm going to buy it for $10, man. This is awesome. And then this is Wonder Woman number 197. I like picking up these Wonder Woman issues when she's in that totally weird 70s costume, and it wasn't really a costume. There were like a bunch of different outfits that she was wearing. It was so weird. So I did pick it up. And I think he sold it to me for $5, not $10. I think this was $5. And then for $5, he also sold me Vampirella number 40. All these early Vampirella magazines by Ward and Ellis are fantastic. So I'm actually glad I actually picked this one up. Okay, and then from a different vendor, I was looking through his stuff, and I bought 2 things from him, and I asked him how much were these, and he goes, you know what, just give me whatever's a fair deal. So I gave him $10 each books, which is $20, and he was like, okay, cool. This is the Sandman hardcover, and this is Preludes and Nocturnes. This is the first print. This actually goes for a little bit. I was looking inside to see if it was signed, but it wasn't. But that's still okay. I do love all these early Sandman books, so I'm glad I picked that up. And the other thing I got for him for $10 is this Lobo collection here. And it's got Lobo's greatest hits, Lobo the Last Cesar, I can't even pronounce that, and The Wisdom of Lobo. And I wasn't really sold on this thing because I actually have a lot of these on floppy. But I picked up one thing that was like very interesting to me. And oh wow, what are these? Oh wow, it's got like some sort of postcards in there. Oh wow, I didn't even see these. Yeah, these are like postcards. Oh, these are terrific. Oh no, yeah, postcards. They're postcards, all right. Yeah, there's 2 of them. Here's a different one here. Oh wow, I'm really happy I picked these up. Yeah, these are like a bunch of who's it? Keith Giffen Lobos. Oh, this is so cool. I'm glad. I don't know why I didn't see that the first time, but then I picked up, like I was going back to my story. I picked up this book here, and this is actually what sold me on the whole thing. It said The Wisdom of Lobo. I was like, oh man, I wonder what this is about. So I looked through it, and it's basically a blank book, and I started busting up. It was so funny. So I was like, you know what, I gotta go and buy it just for that. But I'm actually glad I bought it for these. I just didn't notice were in there. I wonder if there's anything else in there. No, just those 2, and yeah, I believe. Yeah, I believe I actually have floppies of this story arc of Lobo. Let's put these back. Here you go. Let's put this back in there. I don't know why I didn't see it in the first place. All right. All right, so the next comic book I picked up from them. Oh, actually, no, that's pretty much it. So this is all from a different vendor, and this is Justice League number 12, and I picked this up for $2. This is obviously a Jason Momoa cover, and so I picked it up. And then Wonder Woman 161. This is a Adam Hughes cover of Wonder Woman, so I picked that one up to help fill up that run of Wonder Woman. X-Men Hope number 1. I picked this up because I actually did love the artist who drew this, Dylan. He actually passed away. He was, and it was very nostalgic because this looks like Preacher to me. He is actually the artist from the Garth Ennis run of Preacher. He was the artist of it, and I thought it was terrific. That was basically the comic book I only picked up in the 90s. That and Sandman. And so I'm really happy to pick this one up. Then I found Batman Incorporated number 1 by Grant Morrison for $2. Frankenstein's and the Creatures of the Unknown number 1 for $2. And I believe this is actually a minor key. This has who's that doctor? It's like a doctor. I forgot the doctor's name, but I believe that character has been casted already in the Creatures Commando animated series. Give me a second, I'll go ahead and flash that on there on the screen for you. But yeah, I totally forgot the name. But you know what? She's actually already been casted. So I'm glad I picked that up. I also found Spider-Woman number 33. And I believe this is a minor key. This is the first appearance of Turner D. Century. And Species number 1 I bought for $2. I actually did like the movie Species back in the, what is it, the 80s or 90s. I forgot how long ago that movie was. It was great. The whole premise of the movie was that she had to mate and have in order to repopulate, but she would actually kill off the host or kill off the father or whoever she mated with, almost like a Black Widow type of deal. So I thought that was an interesting movie, so I bought it. I also found Unholy Union number 1 with this great cover by Mark Silvestri of the Hulk and the Darkness. I thought this was a fantastic cover, so I picked it up. I found John Carter, Warlord of Mars number 11, and this is a minor key. I've actually been looking for this one. Not only do I think it's a great cover, but this is also a minor key. This is the origin of Deja Thoris. So I found another Sergeant Fuhrer and the Howling Commandos that day. This is number 48. It's got a great yellow cover. I found it for $2, but it is missing all this stuff at the top. You know what? I'm not looking to have these books graded, so I don't mind picking this one up for $2. Then I found Marvel Comics Presents Ghost Rider and Iron Fist. This is number 113. I may have this already, but I just picked it up because it was $2 because it is one of those Sam Keith covers. And this one, I was actually surprised to actually find this one for $2. This is Daredevil, the Man Without Fear, number 111. And this is actually the second print, and it is minor key. It is the first appearance of Lady Bullseye. So I was really happy to find that in the $2 bin. This is easily like, I think, like a $20 book. So I also found this one too. This is Image number 4, and I was like, what? This is Adam Hughes cover, and I had no idea what this was. But you know what? If you actually look at the back, it's a comic book I actually already have. I just didn't know that this was the back cover. This is actually Savage Dragon number 4, and that Adam Hughes is on the back cover. So I thought that was kind of cool. So let's just leave it like that. And then I found this one. This is the New Avengers number 11. These are half off books. And so this book he sold it to me for $10, and this is a minor key. This is the first appearance of Ronin, who is actually Maya Lopez Echo in disguise. So I thought this was very cool. I've always wanted this book. And then I found this one, and I paid $20 for this. This is Supergirl Adventures number 21, and this is the first appearance of the animated Supergirl. And I thought this was so cool. I found this. I actually just recently bought a statue of Supergirl, the animated one, the Art Germ variant of it. And I thought that was actually very cool that I found this one. So, and we're coming up to the last of the snags. So this one is an interesting story. So he had originally said that the price for this was $100. And this is Justice League of America number 9. And this is the origin of the Justice League. And so I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I actually had this in my hand, and I was going to go buy it. But you know what? I've learned my lesson from before, and I asked him if we could take it out. So he took it out. And I looked at it. It was all intact. Everything was there. I was like, okay, yeah, that sounds good for 100. And then he went to go put it back, and dude, he was having a hard time putting it back. He was like hitting the corners of it. He was trying to put it back, but it just wouldn't go back. And then as he was putting it in, I was like pointing out to him, I was like, dude, be careful, man. You're ripping the spine. The spine, the paper was so brittle on this book that the spine was ripping as he was putting it in. And he was like, oh man, this and that. And then, you know, then this big rip happened here. And so this, I think this, like the next time you pull this out and try to put it back in, I'm pretty sure that this is going to become an attached cover. It's hanging in there. The staples, let me see. All right. staples actually look fine. I thought they were going to be rusted, but they actually look fine. But yeah, this cover isn't going to stay on the staples. It's so brittle. And so I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to go and pass on that. And he said, you know what? Yeah, I don't blame you, but I don't want to go through that again. So let me go and take off some money off of that. How about if you buy it for $80? And I was like, I don't know, man. That's still like, as soon as you take it out, it's gonna snap in half, bro. I don't think I want to risk it. And he goes, okay, yeah, I don't want to risk it either. That's what he says. And so I'll drop it down to 60. And then he said 60, and I was like, okay, so I'll buy it. Because it is in the Mylar, and so I'm not gonna ever take this one out. And I'm just gonna enjoy it for the pure beauty of this cover. So yeah, so I bought this one for $60. And then for the last snag of the day, I found in his box Ms. Marvel number 18, and I bought it for half price, which is $100. And I opened this up, and it was terrific. I don't think it's a 9/8. But it is probably in the high 9s, if that. Oh, I forgot to mention that this is a major key. This is the first appearance of Mystique, Raven Darkholme. And I was so happy to find this, since I'm a big X-Men fan. These are one of those comic books in which, you know, the X-Men, famous X-Men is not in an X-Men book. So I'm glad I found that and picked it up. Alright, man. So that was the last snack of the day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Alright, take care. Bye-bye.